Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the 2023 Promenade and Prom. We want to say thank you for joining us. And just a minute, we're going to get started with the Promenade. You will see most of the students walking down. You will see all the students walking down here up through. They will stop up at the stage for pictures. They will exit down on the steps, and then kind of make their way out here. One thing that we ask is after the Promenade, we are going to shut the doors. And we're going to ask parents to exit out the north side, just like you came in. This will help us get transition to the dance so that the kids can get started, actually with the supper first, and right away, and then to the dance. So, thanks for being here, and we will go ahead and get started. First, we have Nicole, who is an 11th grader. She attends North Mahaska. She rode in a blue A710 or a 1971 Olds Cutlass, and her favorite sport is basketball. She's accompanied by Jacob Moore, who is an 11th grader as well. He also attends North Mahaska. He too rode in a blue 1971 Olds Cutlass. Again, this is Jacob Moore and Nicole. Next, we have Jacob Smith. He is an 11th grader. He attends Oskaloosa, and his date is Morgan Skippers, a 10th grader here at North Mahaska. Go. They rode in a white Chevy Duramax. Morgan likes to hunt. She also enjoys archery and softball. Jacob enjoys football and drag racing.
Can you come down first? Grab her hand.
Up next, we have Emily Reese. She is an 11th grader and attends North Mahaska. She came to the Promenade in a 2016 Peterbilt semi. Emily enjoys volleyball and she loves animals. Up next, we have Maddie Andrews, an 11th grader who attends North Mahaska, and Connor Harbor, and he is from Oskaloosa. They came to prom in a Ford F-150. Maddie enjoys sushi, and Connor enjoys wrestling, and he loves trucks and sports. Again, Connor and Maddie. Up next, we have the dynamic Doonan sisters, Riley and Madeline. They both attend North Mahaska. They came to prom in a Dodge Challenger. They have known each other well forever. They're sisters. And their favorite sports team is the Chiefs. Again, Riley and Madeline. Up next, we have Gracie DeGeet. She is a 9th grader at North Mahaska. And Lucas Nunakovic. He is a 10th grader at North Mahaska. They came to prom in a Chevy 250 Silverado. Lucas enjoys baseball, and a fun fact is hunting and fishing are some of his favorite things to do. Gracie enjoys volleyball, and summer is her favorite season. Lucas and Gracie. Up next, we have Sam Van Wielden. She is a 10th grader at North Mahaska. And Jack Elderman. He is a 10th grader at North Mahaska as well. They came to prom in a red Avenger. Jack enjoys the LA Dodgers, and he likes the Dodgers. Sam, her favorite sports team is Iowa. Again, Sam and Jack. Up next, we have Peyton Sanders, who is a 10th grader at North Mahaska, and Hunter Warnley, who is also a 10th grader at North Mahaska. They came to prom in a Ford F-250. Peyton's favorite sport is basketball. And a fun fact about herself is she can't do a backflip. Hunter, his favorite sport is baseball, and he can do a backflip. Hunter and Peyton. Up next, we have Anna DeBryan. She is a 10th grader at North Mahaska. And Gabe Hora. He is also a 10th grader at North Mahaska. They came to prom in a Buick. Anna's favorite sports team is the Seattle Seahawks. Gabe's favorite sports team is the Golden State Warriors. And his favorite birthday present was a sports almanac when he was 6 years old. Anna and Gabe. We have just a little bit of a break until our next prom attendees get here. Just curious, is my microphone cutting out? Yes. Thank you. I'm going to change batteries real quick. Just a reminder, there are Venmo pictures that you can scan if you are interested in getting pictures of your child as they walk up. So take a look, they're posted around on the walls, on the doors, as you're in the building. All right, up next, we have Abby Van Wielden, who is a 9th grader at North Mahaska, and Asher DeBoof, who is a 10th grader at North Mahaska. Abby enjoys volleyball and Nebraska. And Asher enjoys basketball and the Detroit Lions. A fun fact about Asher is he likes Fortnite. Asher and Abby. Up next, we have Larry, a 9th grader at North Mahaska, and Sawyer DeWitt, a 10th grader at North Mahaska. Larry's favorite sports team is the one and only Vikings. And a fun fact about Sawyer is he has big ears. Larry and Sawyer. Up next, we have Libby Groom, a 12th grader at North Mahaska, and Max Reed, a 9th grader at North Mahaska. They came to prom in a Jeep Gladiator. Libby's favorite sports team is the Hawkeyes. Fun fact about herself is her dad is her coach. Max's favorite sport is wrestling, and a fun fact about him is I'm part Cherokee. Here's Max and Libby. Up next, we have Donnelly LaRue, a 12th grader at North Mahaska, and her honorary date is Christian Singletary. Also, we have Landon Warnley. He went to North Mahaska last year. They came to prom in a white RAV4. Natalie's favorite sports team, or sport, is dance. And a fun fact about her is I've never worn high heels to prom. Landon, his favorite sports team is the Hawks. And a fun fact about him is I thought I was done with prom. Landon and Natalie. Next, we have Michaela Darland, a 12th grader at North Mahaska, and Vinnie Webster, a 12th grader at EBF. They came to prom in a Mustang. Michaela's favorite sports team is the Alabama Crimson Tide. And Vinnie's favorite sports team is the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Michaela and Vinnie. Next, we have Mariah Stout, a 10th grader at North Mahaska, and Michael Skippers, a 12th grader at North Mahaska. They arrived to prom in a Ford F-250. Mariah's favorite sports team is the Vikings, and her favorite sport is football. Her favorite color is green. Michael's favorite sports team is the Dallas Cowboys. And a fun fact about Michael is he likes the color red. Michael and Mariah. Up next, we have the one and only Key Arthur, a 12th grader at North Mahaska. He is the son of Jim and Belinda Arthur. Key. Up next, we have Essica, a 12th grader at North Mahaska, and Gage Tremmel, a 10th grader at North Mahaska. They arrived to prom in a Dodge Charger. Essica's favorite sport is basketball, and a fun fact about her is I really hate dresses. Gage's favorite sport is football, and a fun fact about him is I can drive a semi. Essica and Gage. While we wait, another commercial. We have Venmo up around the building for you to take a picture of, scan, for photos of your child or children as they're walking through the promenade. Up next, we have Sierra Myers, a 10th grader at North Mahaska, and Dylan Hazlett, an 11th grader at North Mahaska. They arrived to prom in a Chevy truck. A fun fact about Sierra is photography is her passion, and her favorite sports team is the Kansas City Chiefs. Dylan loved cars, and his favorite sports team is the Bears. Dylan and Sierra. Up next, we have Stacia Dunnick, and her favorite sports team is the Kansas City Chiefs. And we have Gage, and his favorite sports team, as you can tell by the hat, is the Cowboys. And they arrived in a 2012 6.7. It's a big truck. Again, Gage and Stacia. Up next, we have Caitlin Sanders, a 12th grader, and Dylan Hampton, a 12th grader. They arrived to prom in a 1971 Malibu. Caitlin's favorite sports team is the Miami Dolphins. But I think I may have these cards mixed up, because I think Dylan's favorite team is the Miami Dolphins, and Caitlin's favorite sport is volleyball. Dylan and Caitlin. Up next, we have Abigail Moore, a 12th grader at North Mahaska, and Taylor Doty, a 10th grader at North Mahaska. Taylor's favorite sports team is the Iowa Hawkeyes. Again, Taylor and Abigail. Up next, we have Rihanna Stout and Corey. Rihanna attends North Mahaska and Corey attends Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont. Rihanna has a fun fact that she is proud, she is loud. And Corey's favorite football team is the Chiefs. They arrived to prom in a Camry 2023. Corey and Rihanna. Up next, we have Alexa Yanes, a 9th grader at North Mahaska, and Gabriel Newport, a 12th grader at North Mahaska. They arrived to prom in a Nissan. They are siblings. Gabe's favorite sport is basketball, and he loves music, and quite the guitarist. Gabriel and Alexa. Up next, we have Brianna Craig, an 11th grader at North Mahaska, and Marshall, an 11th grader at North Mahaska. They arrived to prom in a white Nissan Altima. Brianna's favorite sport is wrestling, and Marshall's favorite sports team is the Chiefs. Brianna and Marshall. Up next, we have Paige James, an 11th grader from Linville, Sully, and Drake Hall, a 12th grader from North Mahaska. They arrived to prom in a Dodge Ram. Paige's favorite sport is volleyball, and she likes hunting. And Drake's favorite sport is baseball, and he likes to fish. Drake and Paige. Up next, we have Jelena Shipley, a 12th grader at North Mahaska, and Caleb Stout, a 10th grader at North Mahaska. They arrived to prom in a 2019 Dodge Ram. Jelena's favorite sport is volleyball and wrestling, and she hates hot dogs. Caleb's favorite sport is football, and he loves hot dogs. Caleb and Jelena. Up next, we have PJ Stout, a 12th grader of North Mahaska, and Jalen Vanderbilt. She is attending UNI. They arrived to prom in a Ford Mustang. PJ's favorite sport is football. Again, PJ and Jalen. Up next, we have Maddie Hall, a 10th grader at North Mahaska, and Clay Thompson, an 11th grader at North Mahaska. Maddie's favorite sport is volleyball, and Clay's favorite sport is track. This is Maddie and Clay. Up next, we have Mia Schilling, an 11th grader at North Mahaska, and Brett Veenstra. He's graduated. They arrived at prom in a Ford Model A. Mia's favorite sport is fishing, and she loves pickles. Brett's favorite sport is hunting, and he doesn't like pickles. Brett and Mia. Up next, we have Dinah DeBooth, a 12th grader at North Mahaska, and Lily Hartwig, a 10th grader at North Mahaska. They arrived to prom in a white Jeep. Dinah's favorite sports team is the Hawkeyes. A fun fact about herself is she lived in the Philippines for 10 years. Lily's favorite sport is volleyball, and she has a fun fact about racing cars, because she does it. Lily and Dinah. Next, we have Anna Van Rijswijk, a 10th grader from North Mahaska, and Elijah Romick, a 12th grader from North Mahaska. They arrived to prom in a K250 High Country Chevy truck. Anna's favorite sport is archery. And Elijah's favorite sport is archery. Elijah and Anna. Up next, we have Brecken Schilling, a 10th grader at North Mahaska, and Nate Sampson, an 11th grader at North Mahaska. Brecken's favorite sport is basketball. And a fun fact about Brecken, her dog, Luca, yes, I said Luca as in Luca Garza, is the best thing that's ever happened to her. After Nate, she guesses. And Nate's favorite sport is basketball. Nate and Brecken. Next, we have Benjamin Bunn, an 11th grader at North Mahaska, and Samantha Dangler. She attends Wartburg College. They arrived to prom in a 2020 Silverado. Ben's favorite sport, baseball and the Cubs. And Samantha's favorite sport is football and the Bears. A fun fact about Samantha is, she plays 7 different instruments. Benjamin and Samantha. Up next, we have Kayla Reachkup, a 10th grader at North Mahaska, and Ben Johannes, a 12th grader at North Mahaska. They arrived to prom in a 2006 Ford Mustang. Ben and Kayla. Up next, we have Ava Pickard, a 10th grader at North Mahaska, and Brock Walkup, a 12th grader at North Mahaska. They arrived to prom in a 2015 Mustang. How long have they known each other? since yesterday. Brock's favorite sports team is the Kansas City Chiefs, and Ava's favorite sport is dance. Ava and Brock. Up next, we have Reagan Gruey, a 10th grader at North Mahaska, and Nolan Anderson, an 11th grader at North Mahaska. They arrived to prom in a Jeep. Reagan's favorite sport is softball, and Nolan's favorite sport is basketball. A fun fact about himself is he loves cats. Nolan and Reagan. Up next is Allie Vaseth, a 9th grader at North Mahaska, and Trace Gumont, a 12th grader at North Mahaska. They arrived to prom in a 1967 Pontiac GTO. Pretty cool ride. Allie's favorite sport is basketball. Trace's favorite sports team is the Hawkeyes, and he loves wrestling. Allie and Trace. Up next is Allie Livesey, a 10th grader at North Mahaska, and Brayton Vaseth, a 11th grader at North Mahaska. They arrived to prom in a GMC Sierra. Brayton's favorite sports team is the Vikings. Brayden and Allie. Up next is Lucy Gipple, an 11th grader from North Mahaska, and Carson Doak, an 11th grader at North Mahaska. They arrived to prom in a 2022 Kia K5. They didn't share any favorite sports teams or fun facts, but I know that they're gonna smile real big. Right, Lucy?
Yeah.
Lucy and Carson. Up next, we have Hannah Warnley, a 12th grader at North Mahaska, and Carl Lake, a 11th grader at North Mahaska. They arrived to prom in a K5 GT Kia. Carter's favorite sports team is the Detroit Lions. And Hannah, her fun fact is she loves lemonade. Hannah and Carter. Up next, we have Sydney Anderson, a 10th grader at North Mahaska, and Cole Garman, a 12th grader at North Mahaska. They arrived at prom in a 2019 Ford Mustang. Sydney's favorite sports team is the LA Lakers. Cole's fun fact about himself is he's on the golf team. Cole and Sydney. Up next, we have Vanessa Murphy, a 12th grader at North Mahaska, and Austin McMahon, an 11th grader at North Mahaska. They arrived to prom, according to Vanessa, in a big truck, and according to Austin, a Chevy Silverado. Vanessa's favorite sports team is the Hawkeyes, and she wants to be a pediatric oncologist, I'm guessing in her future, and Austin's favorite sport is wrestling, and he wants to be a strength coach for a D1 team. Vanessa and Austin. Again, I can't really see who's coming in and out, but just a reminder that there is Venmo posters up around throughout the building as you're exiting the building. Take a little scan of that. It's a way to access the pictures from tonight. Up next is Ellie Voss, an 11th grader at North Mahaska, and Stone Tremmel, a 9th grader at North Mahaska. They arrived to prom in a Tahoe. Stone's favorite sports team is the Cowboys, and Ellie's favorite sports team is the Green Bay, I'm assuming Packers. Green Bay Packers. Again, Ellie and Stone. we seem to be at a little bit of a lull, so if you'd like to visit with yourselves, you certainly can do that. Up next, we have Allie Style, a 9th grader at North Mahaska, and Lane Harmon, a 12th grader at North Mahaska. Allie's favorite sport is cross country, and a fun fact about herself is she ran a faster mile than Lane. Lane's favorite sport is cross country, and he has 20 stitches in his forehead. Allie and Lane. Up next, we have Tieran Lamberson, a 12th grader at North Mahaska, and Libby Hargis, a 10th grader at North Mahaska. They arrived to prom in a Jeep. A fun fact about Libby is, I'm going to prom with the coolest person here. And Tyrion, fun fact about him is I am the coolest person here. Tyrion and Libby. Up next, we have Wyatt Van Wielden, a 12th grader at North Mahaska, and Taylor Engel. She attends Indian Hills Community College. Wyatt's favorite sport is football. And a fun fact is, Taylor and Wyatt used to be wrestling partners when they were little. Wyatt and Taylor. Up next, we have Paul DeYoung, a 12th grader at North Mahaska, and Zoe Ducor. They arrived to prom in a GMC white Duramax. Paul's favorite sport is football, and his favorite sports team is the Steelers. Zoe's favorite sport is softball. Zoe and Paul. We are almost to the end. We are waiting for one or two more couples, and then we will conclude the promenade for 2023, so hang tight. Up next, we have Mercedes Doty, a 12th grader at North Mahaska, and Jaden Corbett, a 10th grader at North Mahaska. They arrived to prom in a Dodge Durango.
It's okay. All right.
Jaden and Mercedes. Up next, we have Amelia Dom, a 12th grader at North Mahaska, and Will Gumont, an 11th grader at North Mahaska. They arrived to prom in a 22 Chevy Silverado. Will's favorite sports team is the Denver Broncos, and his favorite sport is football.
Hooray, Willard!
Will and Amelia. Our next couple is Clay and Alyssa. Alyssa is a 12th grader at North Mahaska, and Clay is also a 12th grader at North Mahaska. They arrived to prom in a Ford F-150. Both of their favorite sports is football. Clay and Alyssa. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we believe we have everybody off the list. But if your child has not been announced, will you raise your hand, let me know? That's a good sign. With that, thank you for coming to tonight's Promenade. Again, just a reminder, you can, on the way out, there's a little QR code that you can scan for photos. And again, we thank you for coming. Make sure you head out the north doors. Have a great rest of your weekend.
that for all the pictures? Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna download it right now. Okay. I don't have it right
Are you
now.
wearing that or are you changing?
What question?
Do whatever you want.
Okay, I'll wear them.
Mrs. Ram is looking for you.
Yes. Yeah.